Hello and welcome back to Modalities Movement Therapy. Today we're going to be releasing tight hips to help ease lower back pain. When focusing on the lower back and hips, we need to consider the nerves that run from the spine down through the legs. Tight hips and pain may be linked to the fascial tissue that surrounds these areas. So in this class, we'll be using a foam roller to release tension and improve hip mobility, which can help ease lower back tension. So with the use of a hard reflex ball and a foam roller, we're going to get started. So start in standing and take that reflex ball under the big toe and slowly roll over the arch of that foot. If you don't have a hard reflex ball, a soft one will do, a tennis ball, a golf ball. We just want to release the foundation of the body. Bring the ball into the arch of the foot, roll in one direction, and then you're going to change direction. Now just take the ball onto the ball of the foot and roll from side to side. So I want you to try and lift up and over the ball, dropping the lateral side of the foot and the inside of the foot onto the mat. Then you can start moving the ball across on the diagonal, back into the arch of the foot. And when you can't move it anymore, just lift the heel and bring the heel onto the ball. Let's wake up those nerves. Just a nice quick proprioceptive movement. Just rolling that foot out. So lighten the weight on the ball. And then you should feel quite a nice tingling sensation under the sole of the foot. And roll over the other foot. Starting from that big toe all the way to the heel. And all the way moving to the lateral side of the foot. Bring the ball into the arch and circle in one direction. Then change direction. When you're ready, move the ball onto the ball of the foot and let's start rolling from side to side. You're going to move diagonally across towards the heel and then lift the heel and move the ball onto the heel. And again, a nice quick proprioceptive movement to wake up those nerves. Good, and you can pop the ball to the side, stand to the back of your mat. Let's focus now on breathing, relaxing the shoulders. Take a nice slow and steady breath in. So I'm going to stand with my hands on my rib cage, breathing in through the nose. Coming into that eccentric contraction, so really feeling the ribs expanding. Think of the balloons, your lungs are balloons, you're filling those lungs with air, expanding, pushing the diaphragm down. Now the diaphragm is going to assist as you exhale, pushing the breath out of the lungs, feeling those intercostal muscles between the ribs get shorter, coming into that concentric contraction. So while we are doing the breathing, I want you to focus on implementing this throughout the workout. I'll cue you as we go. Standing now to the back of your mat again, breathe in. As you exhale, drop your chin to your chest, roll down through the spine. And then just hang out there. Bouncing is a great way to hydrate that fascial tissue. Walk down onto your hands and knees. Let's now take the knife edge of the hands onto the foam roller. We're going to arch the back, so you're going to breathe in, look forward, and bounce your chest down towards the mat. On your exhalation, tuck your tailbone under, bounce back towards the heels. So just your fingertips on the foam roller. Now you're ready to arch, so opening up from the tailbone, and the rest of the spine will follow, breathing in. You can look up there on your inhalation. As you exhale, use your head and bring your chin back to your chest. Bounce back towards the heels. Let's do another 2, opening up, breathing in, and then exhale. Finish off with 1 more, breathing in, opening up, and bouncing. I really want you to take your time with your breathing. Focus on a longer exhalation, really coming into that contraction, so you're activating all these core muscles. We're now going to bring the foam roller onto the belly button. So if you're not comfortable in this position, and I suggest you don't eat before you do this, because it might be a little bit more uncomfortable than it already is. So take the belly button onto the foam roller, and you'll feel the pulse of the aorta in the foam roller. That's your blood supply to the top and bottom half of your body. In this position, relax as much as you can. If you're not comfortable in this position, then work without the foam roller. You can rest your forehead on your hands, make a fist with your hands, rest your forehead there, try relax your shoulders. And now I want you to think again of the diaphragm pushing down as you breathe in, feeling the lungs expanding, opening up. You're feeling the diaphragm pushing down into the lower back. So you're breathing in, and this will help release tension around that lower back. Exhale and release. Breathing in and exhale and release. Breathing in, exhaling through the nose. So if you're not comfortable in this position with the foam roller under the belly button, then I want you to follow along with the next option. Remove the foam roller. Keep your forehead on your hands, one hand on top of the other, and you're just breathing in and exhaling. Breathing in and exhaling. Again, another 2, slowly breathing in for 4 counts. And exhaling for 4. If you can exhale for longer, go ahead. Finish with your last one, breathing in and exhaling. Push onto your elbows, up onto your elbows and knees, onto your hands. Let's take the foam roller now. We're going to bring the foam roller next to you on the mat. Lower down. Bring your knee up onto the foam roller, and we're releasing those inner thighs. So we're going to open up in the hips with this release. You can either rest your foot on the foam roller, or you can rest the foot next to you or next to the foam roller on the mat and roll right from the knee into the hip or up to the hip. Let's give it a good release. Keep going. Doing about 8. 3 more. And 2, nice and slowly. And the last one. Let's repeat the same thing to the other side. So I'm just going to turn around. Just feel free to take the roller onto the other side of the mat. You can either take that foot back onto the roller or next to the mat. You're going to do another 4. Continue with your breathing. And 2 to go. So we'll try and repeat everything 8 times on each side. Let's bring the foam roller across the mat. We're now going to work on the quadriceps along the front of the legs. Take your elbows ahead of you and try and use those core muscles, breathing in as you go back and exhaling, using those core muscles to pull you forward. If you need to walk the elbows forward and back, do so, but see if you can lengthen. Exhaling as you come back. If you want to get a little bit deeper into that release, you bring one foot to the tailbone. And repeat what you do to one side over to the other side. But usually you'll feel that tension is quite different from side to side. Let's now come back onto the foam roller. So we're going to bring the hip flexors onto the foam roller. So you're above the pubic bone, but slightly below the hip bones. So you'd want to be in that position. Here's my hip bone, just below the hip bone. So I'm going to take my left hip flexor onto the foam roller and bring my right knee up onto the roller. So we're going to give those hip flexors a good release. Take that foot, so you're bending the knee, pointing the toes up to the ceiling. So just let the foot relax. Come up onto the same hand as the knee that's on the foam roller. And you're going to just give yourself a little bit more rotation there. Now pulse that foot out to the side, away from the center. Now just be aware of the position of your knee. If you have got very tight hips, you can keep the knee directly under the hip. But if you can challenge yourself a little bit and open up that knee slightly wider, then you'll get more of a release into that hip. Do another 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're now going to lower down. You can release the foot, extending your arm ahead of you. If you're not comfortable in this position, if your neck is taking straight, just support your head with your hand. The other arm you're going to extend in line with the shoulder. And now we're going to breathe in and open up to the back. Exhale and release forward. So we're going to repeat this 8 times. Breathing in. So you've either got those 2 options, arms ahead of you, otherwise that bottom arm supporting the head. Exhale and release. Here we go for 3. Breathing in and exhale and release. Breathing in and exhale and release. 4 to go. And exhale and release. 3 more. And again, my movement is following my breath. And exhale. Let's finish off in that open position. So I'm trying to square my shoulders off to the ceiling. Bring your hands and link them behind your head. This elbow might not be anywhere near the mat or the floor behind you. I want you to try and get it there. You can use that supporting foot that's on the foam roller to push off the mat and try and get into that rotation. You're going to do another 4 and 3 and 2. Hold hold it in that lifted position. Get the knee as close to the foam roller as you can, so you're feeling that lengthening into the lower back and into that top leg. Let's breathe in, extend that leg, exhale, and release. And again, breathe in and exhale and release. For 3, exhale and release. Breathe in for 4, exhale, 4 to go, and 3, 2, your last one, you're going to hold it in that lengthened position and just circle the foot 4 times in one direction and then change direction. From this position, we're going to stay on the side. You're going to stack your legs. Make sure your feet are one on top of the other and they are resting on the mat or the floor. You're going to now extend your arms next to your ears. You're breathing in this position, nice and lengthened. Think about opening up into the space in the hip. You want space there that you can move into. Exhale and breathe in. Exhale and breathe in. Exhale and breathe in. Again. Keep going for 4. Exhale and breathe in. Exhale and breathe in. Exhale and breathe in. Your last one. And breathe in. In that lengthened position. We're still staying on this side. You're going to come up into a seated position on the foam roller and you're going to cross your ankle over the knee. Link your fingers between your toes. So you want to open up those toes, giving them a good stretch and release. So you can either stay in this seated position on the foam roller. If your hips are very tight, you can just release the toes and bring the feet side by side, the knees side by side. Just make sure you're still resting on that one buttock. We want to work right into the lower back. So in line with the hip bone, you want to get right down there and over the glutes. So that's one option. The other option is threading the fingers between the toes. And you have a third option to lift the foot up. So you're getting a little bit deeper into that release. Okay, so you find your option. And we're going to repeat our exercises 8 times on each side. And just finish off with 2 more. And let's go over to the other side. So you can release the toes. And we're now going to work on the other side. So I've now got my left knee on the foam roller and my right hip flexor on the roller. I'm going to bend my right foot over my right knee, relax my foot, and I'm going to pulse that out to the side, making sure to open up and pulse out. Again, I'm up on this hand, on the left hand, so that I'm getting a little bit of rotation into that hip. Good. From there, either lying on your side, relax your foot, or supporting your head in your hand. Palms together, breathe in and open up. Exhale and release. Here we go for 2. And exhale and release. Breathe in for 3. And exhale and release. Breathe in for 4. And exhale. 4 to go. And exhale and release. 3 more. And exhale and release. 2. And exhale. For the last one, hold it in the open position. If you need to adjust your shoulders, do so. Link your hands behind your head. Open up as much as you can and rock. If your range of movement is small, you don't have to take that knee off the foam roller. Bring your elbows, open them up, and bring them together. If you have any strain in that lower back, then rather just focus on getting a little bit of a rotation in the upper body so that you're not putting any strain on that lower back. But you will be getting some rotation into it, so fascially you'll be releasing this area. Okay, let's finish off your option. Now we're going to pulse it in that open position. Hold it in that open position, breathing in and exhaling. So again, any tension in that lower back, don't extend the leg. Just continue to focus on opening up and getting that rotation. If you have got that leg lifted up, continue until you get to 8. Hold it in that position and circle the foot for 4 and change direction. So for those of you who are following me at home and you like to keep everything to the count of 8 or repeating them on each side, then this is for you. If you want to just forward so you can get to the next exercise, do so in this position. Make sure the feet are stacked on the mat and the arms are next to the ears. Breathe in, exhale, and release. Breathe in and exhale, lengthening and exhaling. Breathe in for 4 and exhaling. Breathe in for 5. So what I want you to do in this position, try and lengthen that arm, that top arm and that top leg further. So I'm reaching beyond my bottom hand and I'm trying to reach beyond my bottom foot as well. Do another 2 and release, and 1 more and release. From there, hand on the mat and come up into a seated position on the foam roller. Remember, the hips are tight. You're going to bring the feet side by side. Just make sure you're getting right into that lower back. Your second option, thread the fingers between the toes, roll over the lower back and into those glute muscles. We're going to work on some squats, so we want to activate these muscles. Let's loosen them up. So your third option is lifting that foot. Keep going. And finishing off, we're going to sit behind the foam roller. So I'm just going to turn around. And you're going to lie in a supine position. So here I'm going to give a few options again. Any strain in the lower back, follow me with your feet On the mat, just lift the lower back and position the foam roller into the lower back. So I don't want to be under the glutes, under the buttocks. I want to be in the lower back. So my hip bones are here over the foam roller. Let's all start off with the feet flat on the mat. And you're going to breathe in. So here we're opening up over the diaphragm, over the rib cage. Let's breathe into that space we're creating. Exhale. Push the lower back into the foam roller and breathe out. So I'm bringing the hip bones closer to the rib cage, coming back into that concentric contraction. Breathe in. Open up over the foam roller. You'll see my chin as I'm moving. The chin will drop down as you breathe in and open up. As you exhale. So I'm letting my spine move with the movement. Breathe in, or should I say my chin moving with the movement, because the spine is coming to that extension there. And breathing in to that arch. Okay, so you can keep the feet flat on the mat if you want to. Your other option is to bring the knees over the chest or over the foam roller. Rather, breathe in. Exhale. Tuck. Now, I don't want you to use momentum, so I don't want the knees over the chest. Try and keep the knees pointing up to the ceiling so they are over the foam roller. Breathe in. Exhale. Hip bones are still coming towards the rib cage, pointing the knees up to the ceiling. Breathe in and exhale. Continue breathing in and exhale. Breathing in and exhale. Let's do another 2. And we're going to progress from here. Exhale. 1 more. And exhale. Your first option, if you have your feet on the mat, you're going to breathe in. On your exhalation, push the lower back down into the mat as you were doing. So when you're in this tuck position, you're going to let one foot lift off the mat. Release that foot. Then you breathe in again. Exhale. And lift the other foot. So I'm staying in the exhalation and in the tuck position. Release the foot and then breathing in. So you continue with this option if you want to. The second option is to breathe in as we've been doing. As you exhale, pointing the knees up to the ceiling, extending the feet, opening up into that position. Feet together. This is all on your exhalation. Bend the knees. So you're coming into a nice deep contraction. Now you're ready to breathe in. Exhale. Knees up to the ceiling. Extend the feet. Open the legs out. Feet together. Bend. Breathe in. Let's just do another 2. Breathe in, open up. And breathe in. Exhale. You can use those elbows to assist you pushing into that tuck position. So we're going to repeat that again. But what I want you to do now is we just want to take the tempo up a little bit. So we're going to slowly bicycle the legs for 4 counts. Now we're going to speed it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly for 4, 3, 2, 1. Speed it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue with that if that's your option. The second option is breathe in, exhale to tuck and pulse for 2,
3, and 4. Drop the foot, stay in the tuck position, breathe in. Exhale, push into the foam roller, lift that knee and pulse. 2, 3, 4. Release the foot, breathe in. So find your option and let's continue with that. So it's nice and slow for 2, 3, and 4. Speed it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. Speed it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 2 more. 2, 3, 4. Speed it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slow. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep the knees into the chest. And now you can just use a little bit of momentum and pulse the knees to the chest. From this position, I want you to rock from side to side. In this position again, you're going to rock the knees to one side, extend the bottom leg, and give that bottom leg some movement. So circle the leg, extend it out to the side, up, down, move it all around. This will be a nice release in that lower back into the glutes. Rock over to the other side and you repeat this. Kicking the leg up, extending it out, moving it all the way around there. If you have any strain in your lower back and your feet are flat on the mat, then I just want you to rock the knee out to the side. You can cross the ankle over and just bounce the supporting side off the foam roller. So you're just loosening up in the lower back, opening up into the hip. What you do to one side, make sure you repeat it and do it to the other side. Okay, in this position, let's just give the body a nice big stretch and yawn, releasing any tension in the lower jaw or in the jaw, which will lead into the neck, into the shoulders. And bring the feet back onto the mat. Lift the lower back or tuck the tailbone under, slowly lifting the lower back off the roller and slide the foam roller out from underneath your lower back. So just give that area a little bit of a nice massage to release any tension. The other option is to bring your knees into your chest, tuck your tailbone under, and again, giving that a little bit of massage to release any tension. We're going to come up into a seated position, have a quick drink of water. We're now going to rock around onto the hands and knees, and we're going to balance on that foam roller. So I want you to keep your hands on the roller. If your stabilizers are not cooperating, then you're going to keep the foot on the mat throughout the exercises. Lifting that other leg up, I want you to look ahead. So you're breathing in, you're lifting up, you're opening up. Now you're going to come into a tuck position. So your exhalation, rounding your spine, bring your knee towards your chest. So for this set of exercises, we're going to keep that foot on the mat. If you want to, you can curl the toes under, but try and keep the foot relaxed and the front of the foot on the mat. Breathe in and exhale into the tuck. So again, we're going to breathe in and exhale. Here we go for 4 and exhale. We're going to repeat it for another 4 and exhale. And 3
and exhale. 2 more. And exhale. For the last one. And exhale. Good. Keeping that knee in the lifted position. Now you're going to challenge yourself by trying to lift the foot off the mat. But if your stabilizers are not cooperating, keep either the toes curled under or the front of the foot on the mat. If you can, lift it up and balance and pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, keep breathing, 3, 2, and 1. Good. If your option is curling the toes under, you're going to lift up. Challenge yourself a little bit by looking down at the mat. If you can, just take your eyes down and pulse up. If your option is on the front of the foot, again, just challenge yourself a little bit by changing the position of your eyes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and what we do to one side, we're going to repeat to the other side. So just coming onto that knee, keep the hands on the foam roller, rather keep the foot down if your stabilizers are not cooperating, and the toes curled under if it's even more challenging. So let's start with that first lift and lower, breathing in, looking up, exhale into the tuck. Breathe in for 2. Exhale into the tuck. Here we go for 3. And exhale. Breathing in and exhale. You've got 4 to go. And exhale. 3 more. And exhale. 2 more. And exhale. For the last one. And exhale. Let's hold it in that lifted position. Challenge yourself, lift your foot off the mat if you can, and pulse it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pulse up. 2, 3, 4, looking down at the mat. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Curling the toes under, pulsing up for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Coming off your foam roller, we're now going to come into some squats. Coming up onto the feet, you can either extend that foam roller ahead of you, you can bring the foam roller behind you and just open up across the chest. If you can, let's start off in this position. Feet are parallel. You can slightly turn the feet out. And depending on your range of movement, I want you to keep your heels down. So just make sure you're taking it as far as you can. As soon as you start to feel those heels lift off, you know you've gone too far. But we're going to breathe in to coming into that squat position. Exhale and come up. Breathing in and exhale. Come up. Breathe in for 3 and exhale. Again for 4 and exhale. 4 to go. Breathing in and exhale. Try and keep looking ahead so you're keeping that posture nice and lifted. 2 more and exhale. 1 more and exhale. If this is your option, we're breathing in and we're exhaling. Breathing in and exhaling. Make sure those heels are not lifting off the floor. If this is your range of movement, you start there and you can always progress when your hips feel a little bit looser. Keep going. 3 more. 2 to go. And your last one. And exhale. Let's hold it down. Take yourself to the back of your mat. You're now going to lift the heels, quickly bringing the knees onto the mat. Release the feet. So if you look at it from this angle, we're breathing in. We're leaning back into that. And we're going to curl the toes under. Exhaling, coming up. We're going to breathe in, come into that squat. Quickly lifting the heels, drop the knees, release the feet, and opening up, breathing in. I don't want you to do this option if you're taking any strain in the knees. You'll continue with those squats. Breathe out, coming up. So again, breathing in, exhaling. Keep exhaling, coming back up to that lifted position. Breathe in. Exhale. Let your movement follow your breath. Breathing in. Another 3 to go. Two more. And your last one. Let's stay in this position, changing and bringing the foam roller in front. We're now going to work into the hips. So we're going to work into internal and external hip rotations. So if you need more cushioning for the knees, double up your mat and open up the feet slightly wider. So it'll depend on how much rotation, how tight your hips are, how much rotation you're going to get in the feet. But listen to your knees as well. So just go gauge it according to how far you can turn out. I'm going to bring my foam roller and into my hands, and we're going to rotate to one side. Notice my foot is in a turned out position. Take the foot slightly ahead. We're going to work into a lunge. So again, loosening up a little bit into the hips. Breathe in this position. As you exhale, come back into that rotation. Rotate to the other side. Breathe in. Exhale. Back into your rotation. Breathing in. And exhale. Breathing in. Breathing in. Breathing in. Breathing in. Let's finish off with one more set.
and over to the other side. Keep that knee up. Keep your toes turned out. You might want to turn them in slightly. Now we're going to come up into a plie position. So curl your supporting leg under the toes and then rotate. I'm now going to bring the roller back behind me. You are welcome to cradle it in the arms if you can. Open yourself up there, and we're going to breathe in and pulse into a plie position. So a nice turn out, exhale, come back up. Breathe in and exhale. We're going to keep going for 8. Take it at your pace. Exhale. Breathe in and exhale. Another 4. And exhale. 3 to go. And exhale. 2 more. And exhale. For your last one. And exhale. Stay lifted, walk your feet slightly in. We're going to come into our curtsy lunge. So again, in our rotation, so the feet are turned out, we're going to take the foot into a curtsy position. So check your alignment. So I'm just going to come forward and bring your knee behind your ankle, turning out. So these feet, this foot and the knee are in alignment as well. Reach the arms up. We're going to rotate over towards the side. So breathe in this position. Exhale. Over to the other side. Breathe in. So I want you to think of this movement. You're breathing into your lateral side. You're opening up there. Breathe out. Again, breathing in. And exhale. Breathe in. And exhale. Keep going. And exhale. Breathing in. And exhale. 4 more sets. Exhale. And 3. 2 to go. We're going to hold it in this position. Now you're going to challenge yourself by lifting up, balancing on that front foot, and bringing the knee up towards the foam roller. If your stabilizers are not cooperating, keep that toe on the mat and reach across again. Breathe into your lateral side and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. Keep going and exhale. Another 4 and exhale. 3 and exhale. 2 more. Your last one. Hold it up. Step over to the other side and breathe in and exhale. One side is bound to be a little bit more challenging than the other. Exhale. Breathe in and exhale. And exhale. 4 to go. And 3. 2. And 1. Stepping up and holding it. Lengthening out. Let's bounce those arms back. Stay in that position. Exhale. And tuck in around that spine. drop down. Let's roll back onto the hands and knees and just bounce the chest down. Rock yourself forward and back. Just breathing in and out. Just letting your breath normalize. Let's come into a seated position and lie on your back again. Lifting the lower back. Position the foam roller in the small of the back. So again, not on the glutes, but in the small of the back. I'm going to give you two options. So you're lengthening out, reaching the arms next to the ears. And in this position, breathing in slowly through the nose. And now as you exhale, I want you to feel that lower back melting into the foam roller. Your second option, if you're taking any strain in that lower back, is just to release the foam roller and lengthen yourself out, letting your lower back come into a neutral position and breathing in and out through the nose. Take it nice and slow. On your last inhalation, hold it in that lengthened position. Then as you exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, roll up through the spine, and just bounce towards your toes. If your roller is in your lower back, your knees are over your chest, just rock the knees from side to side, loosening up there. And tuck the tailbone like we did before and just massage that lower back out. And you can pop the foam roller to the side, breathe in and exhale into that rounded position. Okay, hopefully your hips are feeling much more released, that lower back a little bit stronger. Well done, and thank you for joining me.